Hey, what's
Hello,
up, man?
hello. How you
We
doing?
it's almost that time to do our year end review, which we will be getting to in the very next pod. And you know what? Before I go on, guys, please remember to like the video and remember to comment and subscribe to the Current Era Pod. I'm like the most terrible YouTuber. Like I literally forget to say this shit every time. But now I'm telling it to you now. Please remember like the video, comment, and subscribe. Monty, what are we doing today?
Well, I actually checked one of our comments we had recently, and it said, "Oh my God, this fight is so great!" And I looked at the username. It looked very familiar. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
Um,
and we got fans, man. What can I say? We got fans.
we got fans. We got some doppelgangers out there. But yeah. So the first thing I want to get into is just some reviews. I watched a couple movies since our last pod. The first one is Migration. Did you get a chance to watch this movie? This is the
No,
animated
I'm going to see
Illumination movie
that.
with the duck.
I'm going to see it tonight.
Okay. Well, I won't give any spoilers.
Sure you will.
Um,
Okay, let's do it.
but I walked. This is the third movie this year I walked out of.
Oh Jesus.
It's not because it was bad, honestly. It's just I thought it would be a little bit more um adult, I guess. Not adult, but like more. I don't know. It was very kiddie. And I just was like, this is not a bad movie. I was like an hour in. I was like, but no, actually, it was like 40 minutes, and I was like, you know what? I rather spend my time doing something else. Because this is I kind of get the gist of the movie so far. So yeah.
Hmm.
But
All
I'm
right.
pretty sure kids will love it, and I'm pretty sure you'll love it too, since we disagree on everything.
That's
Um,
not true, but okay.
Next review is For Anyone But You, the new rom com starring Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney. Did you get a chance to watch this one?
I haven't had a chance to watch anything, Monty. Like I just told you
Oh,
before we
really?
started, I have been
You
in
can still
Atlanta.
travel and watch movies. You can still travel and watch movies. I'm sorry, I didn't know
Okay, I
that.
have a full time job, a wife, and a family that actually cares about me. So no, I don't get to just do whatever I want all the time. Sorry.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Niggas can't carve out 2 hours in their day.
No.
Anyway, guys, this is the new rom com. Sydney Sweeney, Glenn Powell. It's directed by Will Gluck. For fun fact, he directed Easy A, which I think is a modern kind of coming of age classic with Emma Stone, and he did the Peter Rabbit film. So if you guys are a fan of Peter Rabbit, yeah, he's on to new things now. So basically, I just want to shout out first of all the percentage of guys that went to this movie who were dragged by their girlfriends or their wives, acting like they were dragged, like you didn't want to see Sydney Sweeney in a bikini. We're here, okay. But actually, I actually did end up going to this one alone because my girlfriend was out of town. So that was fun. Um, I've never seen a press run like this before when it comes to just the chemistry between Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell. Like, there's all these rumors about he broke up with his girlfriend, they were engaged, and but honestly, their chemistry off screen that everybody's been seeing that's obviously so apparent was a good thing that it was on screen as well. Like you could definitely see the chemistry. I don't think I've ever seen two co stars ever that so clearly fucked before. But so that actually added to the movie, which was a good thing. I want to shout out Gata, all my people who watch Dave on FX. He has a starring role in this movie as Glenn Powell's best friend. Really cool to see him on the silver screen. Finally, he's coming into his own as an actor. And overall, man, I thought this was a really good movie. I mean, it brings nothing new to the rom-com genre, but it's super fun. I think it's a great date night movie. I mean, not that I know, but I'd assume it's funny. And but I think the movie's strongest point is that it knows when to kind of dial back on the antics and just kind of have these two characters have real moments and real conversations. And that was some of the best scenes in the movie to me, even though it does have some laughs as well. So I think this is the classic rom com formula through and through, but it worked enough for me. I had a lot of fun with this sitting in the theater by myself.
How did Sydney Sweeney do?
I thought she did really good. But I mean, I've always been a fan of hers. I think you're kind of on the fence about her, but
No,
I knew she's been
I don't
super.
have a problem with
Okay.
Sydney Sweeney. I'm just curious.
Okay, well, yeah, I thought she did good. I thought Glenn Powell did really good as well. Just something funny towards the end of the movie when the credits started rolling. Like, I was like the only dude in the theater like that was by himself. It was all these couples and stuff, and it was this other dude towards the bottom of the theater that was by himself too. Nigga, as soon as them credits started rolling, we ran out that motherfucking theater. Like me and him, me and this random stranger, we just like walked out of that theater so quickly
What is wrong with
because
y'all?
we didn't want to be seen. But yeah, guys, if you need a rom com, Anyone But You, I gave it a B plus. Man, I enjoyed it.
Wow, cool.
Um, Next review is for The Iron Claw. This is the movie. This is the new on the Von Erichs wrestling family starring Zac Efron, the guy from The Bear. What's his name? Oh my God, why am I going blank?
Jeremy Allen
Jeremy
White.
Allen White, and many more. So Guys, Julian is a wrestling fan on the pod. I never watched wrestling. I had no idea who the Von Erichs were until this movie came out. So, but after watching this movie, man, I did my deep dive on the family and all that came with it because I was just enthralled, honestly. I mean, A24, this is why we always make fun of A24 in the pod, but this is why I love them because they can
We
make
give them
movies
their
like this.
respect, though. We do. We
Yeah,
do.
we do, but we always like to throw little jabs at them. But I mean, this movie was honestly, bro, like I'm thinking the best live action movie I've seen this year,
That's
honestly.
awesome. That's awesome.
And the first thing I just want to shout out is just something I feel like gets overlooked a lot of times with actors is like their physicality commitment to the role. Like all the time, like, oh, he's just big and swole, but like that matters. Like that to me, that's just as
Mhm.
important as reading the lines off of a fucking script and like memorizing them because that added so much more to the believability. Like Zac Efron, bro, his body in this fucking film, call it trend, call it steroids, whatever. But there's hard work there too. Like he
Mhm.
put the fucking work in. I thought up until now, Jay Majors had the best body in Creed 3, but Zac Efron's giving him a run for his money. Like this dude was just a fucking monster in this movie. Jeremy Allen White as well. I mean, I remember I said in the Bear season 2 review, I'm like, why is this nigga so fucking ripped? But he was obviously probably preparing for this role. Yeah, I love overall physicality commitment to roles. Zac Efron delivers his best performance of his entire career. I mean, if there's any doubt that he's a Disney actor, no, this nigga is a actor, bro. And like I said, I'm not going to spoil anything because I know you haven't seen it yet, but
I
he does
mean,
something
I
that's
know the story of the Von Erichs.
okay. Well, but still, I never give spoiler reviews anyway. That's just I don't like doing that for people listening. Um, he does something that's so difficult as an actor to do, which is he toes the line between because in the role, I mean, I don't know how Kevin Von Erich is in real life, but he's a very simple man in the movie. He's not too bright or whatever, but you can still be a simple character and have very complex emotions that are expressed and that you communicate. So he's a very simple man, but there's so much going on inside his head. If that makes any kind of sense, I know it's kind of like a contradictory statement. And I thought he definitely redeemed himself since Firestarter, which I thought was horrible last year, like one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But that wasn't Zac Efron's fault. That was just the writing and directing. But anyway, um, to me, the highlight of the film was just the brotherhood and watching these brothers bond, and like it was just, which make it that much more heartbreaking when you know the actual story and kind of what goes on. It was brutal to watch all the brothers pine for their father's attention, and it was just kind of brutal to watch the father individually break these brothers down one by one. Even though they still love their father, and that can kind of be
Mhm.
attributed to real life. A lot of
Mhm.
boys do suffer from that. Fathers trying to live vicariously through their sons and going through great lengths to kind of, you know, tear them down essentially. And bro, I got emotional at the end of this movie. Like I don't really get emotional a lot of times in movies. I say that actually, but I don't cry a lot, but I'll get the watery eyes. I've noticed more as I get older. Maybe I'm just looking at the movie differently. I don't know, but there's this one line Zac Efron says in the movie that just broke me. He goes, I used to be a brother. I'm not a brother anymore. I know that sounds simple on the surface, but when you watch the movie and have the context, it's just a tough scene. And there's one thing I do want to say though. As I'm leaving the movie, this one guy went on like a 5 minute rant. This is a stranger, by the way, sitting next to me, about how the Ric Flair in the movie was just so bad. It felt like an impersonation. It felt like a cosplay. It didn't feel like a real Ric Flair. I'm just listening to this guy. Like I'm like, keep in mind, I don't watch wrestling. I know who Ric Flair is, obviously, but I couldn't judge whether that Ric Flair was good or not. I was like, okay, if you say so.
Mhm.
He's like, man, that almost took me out of the movie, man. I love the movie, but Ric Flair was fucking awful. So if you guys
Mhm.
watched the movie, or Julian, when you watched the movie, please let me know if this nigga's rant was justified because I was just sitting there like, bro, I'm trying to go home, bro.
Now
I'm
I'm
sorry.
worried. God damn. They finna have Ric Flair in there talking like, man, what the fuck going on, cuz? Like,
No, I mean, like I said, I don't know wrestling, but I know he goes woo, like he did all that kind of shit. But I guess it was just maybe cheesy or whatever. And
got it.
also, I want to say for a long time, I thought wrestling was stupid. I mean, I still kind of do, but I didn't know all the hard work that kind of goes into it. And this movie definitely showcased that. Like, I mean, even though it's fake and people was staged or whatever, like these niggas, these are athletes, bro. They're putting their
Mhm.
bodies through fucking hard ass work.
Mhm.
Um, it's you get bruised, broken bones, all that kind of stuff. It's really a sport that I have respect for now, I guess.
That's awesome.
Um, and last thing I just want to say is Sean Durkin said that they removed because in the movie there's only four brothers, but in apparently in real life there's five brothers. He
It's
said they
5.
removed the last brother because he said it was just too much tragedy for the film to handle, and
Yeah.
it kind of got repetitive as to seeing all the brothers kind of get knocked off one by one. So
Mhm.
I thought the movie was done excellently. I gave it an A.
That's awesome,
This is
man.
just an awesome movie, man. Awesome movie.
That's first of all, Monty. I'm so glad that you, somebody that does not have any real intuition of what wrestling is or how it works, I'm so glad that you were able to enjoy this film. And I heard what the director said as well about the fifth brother. And honestly, on the surface, I kind of didn't like that. But after hearing your review and hearing other people's review about how awesome this movie is, and hearing how it was a great decision to leave the fifth brother out, I'm like super excited to see this, man. Like I low key, like I might go see this instead of Migration tonight. I mean, for some reason, I was just feeling kind of lighthearted, stupid
Yeah,
kids movie. But
yeah.
now
Ain't
I'm
nothing wrong with
like,
that.
fuck that. Now I'm trying to go see Jeremy Allen White, Zac Efron, and the Von Erichs. Like let's go through it again because as somebody who's watched wrestling basically their entire life, I do know who the Von Erichs are. I do know what the Sportatorium in Dallas means, and I know what the Von Erichs mean to professional wrestling. So, yeah, I mean, I'm super excited to see this, man. This might have been one of the most hype reviews that you've ever given me. So, thank you for that. The rest of your
Hope I don't
reviews
let you
fucking
down.
suck. No, I'm just playing.
I hope I don't let you down. But
Well, no, it's too late. I mean, now you and everybody else, by the way. So it's not just you have hyped this movie to the moon. So now I can't wait to go see an excellent film.
yeah, but seriously though, Zac Efron is an actor, bro. He's an actor.
Well, I already knew
Next
that, but yeah, all you other niggas is hating on him.
from what movie did you know that from?
We're all in this.
Okay, like I thought. Anyways, next review is for Rebel Moon Part 1: A Child of Fire. Do you get to watch it? This is on Netflix. Could you watch this at least? No.
No,
Okay.
I didn't want to watch
Well,
this.
this is the new Zack Snyder film. So for those who don't know, I am a huge Zack Snyder fan. He's probably my favorite director. Well, after this movie, probably not anymore. But he was my favorite director for a long time. I know that like film, it's very common in the film bro community to be like, oh, you like Zack Snyder? You don't like film for real, like because the common complaint with him is he's just style over substance and all his shit. It's just like from the idea of a high schooler. I disagree. I disagree with that, and I love the idea that this movie, that Netflix pretty much gave Zack Snyder the keys to this movie. Like, yo, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Like, I'm throwing you the bag. You're a visionary. You're a visionary. Go ahead and do what you wanted to do. So, with that being said, this was my most anticipated movie of the year. I just want to throw that out there.
Aside from Dune, which got pushed back.
Of course, aside from Dune, this movie has a stat cast of people I really enjoy, like Sophia Boutella. You guys might know her from the Kingsman movies or from that Mummy remake that was made with Tom Cruise as the lead. It was really cool seeing her in a lead role. Charlie Hunnam, I love him as well. Jamon Hensu is finally getting some respect that he deserves, and Ray Fisher was the big one for me, who played Cyborg in the Justice League movies. He got blackballed from Hollywood after basically calling out Joss Whedon for being a raging racist. Anyway, this movie has all the Zack Snyder isms that you would come to expect: the flashback scenes, the fucking slow mos out of nowhere. Like, so you would think that, okay, I like Zack Snyder, I would like this kind of shit. But for some reason, this movie, I don't know, man. It felt exhausting, and I found myself having the same complaints that most critics have with Zack Snyder movies with this film, is that it's just style over substance. But even the style wasn't even all that. I mean, this movie has great bones, like a great structure in terms of like the story that you can build out around it. But the organs and the blood were just whack, bro. It was just so fucking. It was just so fucking rudimentary and just so like, I'm like, Zack Snyder, like, bro, like Netflix gave you the keys, bro. Like, what is this? So to me, I just have to boil it down to the fact that maybe Zack Snyder's not the best writer, the best story, because he said that he's
Well,
had this idea in his head since he was a teenager, and so I was
mhm.
like, okay,
Let me
I'll
ask you a
work with
question
that.
real quick. So, from what I know about this is a part one of two, or maybe even three. So, do you
Part one
feel
of two.
like this? Okay, so only one or two. So, do you feel like this was just a stepping stone to get to part two and like the story that he actually wanted to tell, or you think that this was
No,
genuinely okay? All right, cool.
genuinely his vision.
Okay.
There's so many moments in the movie where a character is saying something that's so profound, and the score swells in the background, and he wants us to bait us into feeling some kind of emotion, but it just lands flat on his face because there's not any of the character work was put into it, or we don't give a fuck about any of these characters. Was Zack Snyder? Like a lot of time, you can say, well, at least the action is amazing with all his movies, but the action is just okay in this movie. The fight choreo looked very choreographed, which is always a bad thing. And honestly, my biggest complaint is that it felt more like a Star Wars knockoff than its own thing. Like it failed to have its distinct footprint inside of the sci-fi fantasy genre. Like I feel like movies like Dune or like Star Trek are able to still carve out their own unique identity in that realm of like space adventures. But this felt like it felt like a knockoff Star Wars in terms of the aesthetic, the design. Like nigga, there's like a canteen scene in the movie. Like it's so many different things that resemble Star Wars. The overall planet design, the ships. I'm like, and also this was actually pitched as a Star Wars movie. Like for a long time, Zack Snyder was going to make this into like a Star Wars spinoff. So I can see that, I guess. But I gave it a C minus, bro. This was almost bad. It
Wow.
really sucked to say. It really, I was so disappointed.
Interesting.
Last review,
Interesting.
last review here, guys, is for the Color Purple review. Shout out to Color Purple, man. This is the second biggest Christmas Day opening in history at the domestic box office at $18 million, only behind 2009 Sherlock Holmes, which is a total surprise for me. But yeah, this movie's been killing at the box office apparently. So
Black people
yeah,
love going to see this, man. I've been hearing so many, or I've been seeing so many TikToks about how, you know, people can't even watch the movie in the theater because black people was in there, ooh, and an ooh, girl, and ooh, child. And I think
bro,
that's, I would have called the manager bitch, but yeah, that's just me. That's just fucking me. Like, you don't get to do that during the fucking movie. I don't give a fuck what Negro spiritual has taken over you. But anyway, give me your review, money.
this is gonna sound so bad. I went
Oh,
to a 9 a.m. showing in Hiram to escape that
okay.
problem,
No. That's very smart,
and
actually.
no, it was sold out with full of black people. Which listen, I love my people, but
Gotcha, nigga.
a 9 a.m. showing on Christmas morning
That's
sold
nuts.
out. I said this is okay. I said okay, well this movie's gonna be successful. Um, but yeah, but if you guys weren't convinced that the director here, who is the Blitz Bazawule, he directed Beyonce's Black is King. If you aren't convinced that he's a visual mastermind, then watch this movie if you need more convincing. It looks fucking beautiful, like from beginning to end. It's got some stars that I really, of course, love, like Taraji P Henson, and we got fucking
Halle
who else?
Bailey,
Halle
Fantasia,
Bailey, yeah. So, but
the black girl from Orange is the New Black.
Danielle Brooks.
Thank you.
Yeah, so my standouts in this movie were, well, number one, Corey Hawkins. I said this during our last voyage of the Demeter. Like this nigga is becoming one of my favorite actors slowly. Like he's just good, bro. He's
He's
good in
good.
everything he's in. He's got presence. Like, I mean, I knew he was the great singer from In the Heights. Have you seen that movie, In the Heights, the musical?
No.
Okay, that was really good too. But he got a great voice. Like you said, Danielle Brooks as Sophia was amazing. She was like my crowd scene stealer. Everything she said got a laugh. And Fantasia Barrino did really, really great as well. She's played this character Celie on Broadway for a long time, and now she's bringing it to the theater. And typically, there's a difference between theater acting and film acting, but I thought it carried over quite well. She did really, really good, and her voice is just amazing, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's a song in the movie called "I'm Here," which people who are the Club Purple who are fans of that they know that song. It gave me chills in the theater. Like it gave me like that part of your world Halle Bailey feel. It almost made me shed a tear. Like that rendition of that song was just fucking amazing. And so I'll say this too. Like I said, I watched this movie in a theater full of black people. And it was just so much cheering and like tears and laughter. But it didn't bother me though, because it felt like
Mm-hmm.
a community experience. Like I haven't had this kind of experience in the movie since like 2018's Black Panther. Like you just felt like a sense of community, which I think I credit the movie. That's a great thing to feel
Mm-hmm.
in a movie like this, you know? And so I really appreciated the movie. And also it was really good to see a black movie with such budget behind it and such attention to detail, the choreography, the singing. I credit Quincy Jones as a producer, Oprah Winfrey, and of course Steven Spielberg, who directed the first movie. And so yeah,
People
I had a
with
really good time.
history. Yeah, that's awesome. Good.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? I'm sorry, what'd you say?
No, I was just gonna say those are people with history and, you know, people that have actually done shit in this business.
Right. So I had a great theater experience watching this movie. Now, here's my biggest complaint, my only and my one biggest complaint. So I actually watched The First Color Purple this year for the first time, and it was an
Oh,
amazing movie. It was an
okay.
amazing movie. It was directed by Steven Spielberg. I'm talking about the 1985 version.
Whoopi
And
Goldberg.
yeah, Whoopi Goldberg's acting debut, by the way, she fucking knocked it out of the fucking park. Now this movie, in comparison to that one, I know it's different because it's a musical, but this movie feels like a Sparks Notes version of that movie. Like it just kind of, it's like a highlight reel of the original movie because they have to squeeze in all the singing and all the dancing, and that kind of really took a lot of oomph out of it for me. And the movie loses a lot of like character development and plot points because it almost kind of relies on you as the viewer to like have watched the OG film already, and so that way we can just have more fun with this new rendition of the movie. And a big part of The Color Purple, if you watch the movie, is Celi's plight and all she had to go through. Like it's fucking depressing. It's hard to watch over and over again. And I feel like I understand the decision to kind of do that because it's a musical, it's different, and you can't have that same levity that you would have with like a serious drama rendition of the film. But I
Mhm.
think it does lose a lot of its spark. So the superior film, I mean, the OG film is still superior. That's like an A to me. This is a B. I think it's a really good film, but I might be in the minority because everyone who I've talked to about this movie say, "Oh, it's the best movie I've seen this year. It's a 10 out of 10. It's great." But I don't know. I just think maybe it's not fair to compare it to the original, but in my opinion, it is fair to compare it. So
Mhm.
that's my only complaint about the movie. But what were you going to say?
So Avi and all the girls know her. My aunts, her mother, her grandma, like they all went to go see this on Christmas Day. They were so excited to see this. I had to work, I couldn't go, but they were so excited to see this movie. Avi loves The Color Purple. Like it's one of her favorite movies. She's watched it with her mom since she was a
Favorite
little
movie?
girl. Yeah, because
Yeah.
she grew up watching it with her mother as a little
Okay.
girl, so
Okay.
it means something to her. And she was so excited to see this. Like she was like, "I'm going on Christmas Day. Like it comes out on Christmas. I'm going to see it on Christmas." And she didn't like it. She didn't like it. I was
Oh wow,
surprised. She
really?
was she was like, "Yeah, I didn't really like it. Like I'm not sure what I thought I was going to get, but I like the original way better." And I thought that that would be the opinion of most, but then I realized that it's Avi, and she doesn't. I mean, her reviews don't mean anything. Shout out to you,
Don't
Avi
say that.
baby. But yeah, so yeah, I was surprised to hear that she didn't like it, but like literally everybody else said that they loved it. So I don't know. I'll watch it and see for myself. But I've never seen the original Color Purple. Um,
Hmm.
so I don't know. I don't know if I'll even get much out of it aside from maybe like the cinema experience of it. But like, do I want to go see that and miss the history of the film? I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that's interesting to note. Color Purple. Color Purple.
Yeah, a very important film, I'll say. Even though I didn't give it like an A, it's still I thought it was a good movie, good production for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So now, guys, we're out of the review phase of the pod. Let's get into what's coming out. There's only one thing that we got so far. That's Rebel Moon Part 2. This is a trailer coming April 19th next year. Did you see the trailer for this?
You tagged me, but I did not watch it yet. No.
Okay. It looks like more of the same. And so, yeah. It's so crazy. Like a week ago, I was so excited for this fucking movie, bro. And now it's just like,
Hmm. I mean,
I don't
maybe
know.
part two can redeem it. You never know.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. Of course, I'm gonna watch it, but
Damn.
it's like, bro, Snyder, what are we doing here? Like, just stop writing, just direct. Um,
Oh my god. Okay.
we got a new Cars project in the works at Pixar for all the kids who like cars that they sell $1 billion of toys every year. So
Every
yay,
year. Oh,
fucking cars. What
that
for?
just that just sparked something in me real quick. But before we talk about
Oh,
more about cars, um, I was listening to this the Kevin Hart radio show where they were talking about how they were in a meeting, a pitch meeting for the Ninja Turtle movies that came out this year. They were in the meeting 2 or 3 years ago or whatever, and the studio execs essentially told them that they don't really care how the movie does. Like they don't care like if the movie makes $10 million or $100 million because the real money behind these movies is merchandise. Which that's just honestly, it was just kind of heartbreaking to hear because yeah, I'm not 5 anymore, so like I don't buy Ninja Turtle merchandise anymore. Like when I was 5, I had the action figures, I had the pillow sheets and the blankets, like I had it all. Little did I fucking know I was contributing to them niggas not caring about the Ninja Turtles anymore. Jesus Christ, how dare they say that out loud? I'm pretty sure that them niggas wasn't supposed to reveal that in this radio show, but that's just heartbreaking to hear, man. Like it really was. Like I like low key, like I got sad. I was like, wow, like they don't care. I mean, like I always assumed that they didn't care, but for to hear it out the horse's mouth was just different. Like it was like soul crushing. Like they just don't care. Like if the movie's good, because they know that kids are going to buy Ninja Turtle toys. They know kids are going to buy Ninja Turtle pillow sheets, or their parents are going to buy it, and there's just way more money to be made in merchandise. That just sucks to hear. Um, and it sounds like Cars is trying to do the same shit. Like, yeah, let's make a Cars 4. Sure, yeah, sure. Get those fucking merchandise toys ready, bitch, because that's where the real money is. So yeah, that low key hurt my feelings. Sorry, we can move on.
that's a great point. And I mean, that's something that we've known for years too. I mean,
It's
even
unfortunate.
like even with like the Sony Spider-Man acquisition with Disney, like Disney was like, okay, you guys can have the ticket sales. Can we have the merch? And
Yeah,
Sony was like, okay.
right.
Sony was like,
Please,
okay.
please.
Can we have? So Sony was like, okay, yeah, have the merch.
Yeah.
But Disney was like, but yeah,
Damn.
and think about it. I mean, like I was just toy shopping for my little cousins. Like the average toy is like in Target is like what $30 something like that. So that's more than a movie ticket.
Damn.
So like
Damn.
I'm talking about like it's like that's more than a movie ticket. So if every kid who wants to see this thing is buying a toy, like you making bank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is also a big reason why Star Wars was so successful back in the day when it first debuted, because the toys went fucking crazy. The toys for Star Wars went nuts, bro. Like,
bro, did you know like the toys for like Power Rangers was like a thing? Like, I mean, I had them too, but I didn't think everybody else had them. Like, there's a show on Netflix. I forget what it's called. This again.
don't fucking play with me, bitch.
No, that's crazy. I'm sad. Like nobody cares about the art. Like nobody cares. Like these niggas is just making toys, and like they're like, yeah, these niggas gonna buy the toys. Like I have like a fucking Naruto figurine like over here. Like I can't reach it, but like now I'm gonna throw all my fucking toys away. I'm not buying any more. God damn it. I'm 30, guys. By the way, I'm 30.
Like, hey, we turned 30. You gotta say figurine.
Yeah. You're right. I can't say toys anymore.
my figurine.
Yeah. It's my action figures, bitch.
No, it's toy when you're under 20, action figure when you're 20 to 29, and then 30 and up it's just figure. It's just no, and then 50 plus is collectible.
Collectible, yeah, you're right. That's crazy.
Adam Driver says he will not return. He said he won't return to future Star Wars installments as Kylo Ren. I mean, nigga died anyway, but you know, Star Wars always bring niggas back.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
And he faded away, so who knows? But would you want to see Adam Driver's Kylo Ren back?
Yeah, I would. And he's talking that shit now, but in 5 years when Disney's like, hey, do it for the fans, we'll give you $10 million. Yeah, like yeah, he's gonna be like, fine. So yeah, he's gonna fucking do it again.
More.
Yeah, they all come back. If they can get Harrison Ford's old grumpy ass back, they can get your ass back too, bitch. Don't try to act like you're too good for Star Wars.
That's a great fucking point. If you can get Harrison Ford ass back in Star Wars, you can get anybody in Star Wars, nigga.
Hey Harrison, what do you think? What do you think Kylo? Oh shit, Kylo. What do you think Han Solo was thinking? I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
I don't give a fuck, bitch. Indiana Jones 7.
Yeah, I love Harrison Ford.
Yeah, and honestly, I want to see Kylo back too, because I mean, last time we saw him, he became Ben Skywalker, which was dope. I mean, so I want to see more of Ben Skywalker. Power Rangers officially over.
This is crazy.
The Power Rangers saga that started with Mighty Morphin back in the 90s has finally ended with its newest installment, Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. Power Rangers is planning to reboot the entire franchise and for more mature audiences moving forward. New actors, new cast, new everything. Me and you both grew up huge Star Wars fans. What are your thoughts?
Power Rangers fans, yeah. This is heartbreaking again. Like, oh my god, like, what do you mean it's over? And you know, like, you know, it's over as we know it, because they're not going to copy the Super Sentai series that's in Japan anymore. They're planning to make new and original content and reboot the franchise, which is good, but how dare they just end it? Like, I mean, like, Power Rangers has been a part of my life since I've been born, and the fact that it's just over now is just really weird. It's super weird. I don't know. But you know, maybe with the passing of Jason David Frank, who was kind of like the flag bearer for this version of Power Rangers, they were kind of just like, maybe we need to move on from it. And also, Power Rangers has not successfully made a single star aside from Jason David Frank. And I mean, you know,
well, they have stars, but they're not associated with Power Rangers. But there's stars like this girl on the Wheel of Time, one of the main actresses, started on Power Rangers. So maybe they're just not associated with Power Rangers, but still stars though. I feel like in their own right, they've made some.
That's debatable, but the fact that it's debatable. I mean, over 30 years. I mean, you know, 30 times 6. That's a lot of Rangers, man. And I would say 95 to 98% of them, like you wouldn't recognize it in a grocery store. And that's, I'm not trying to shit on those guys. I'm just saying like what is Power Rangers doing for the actual Power Rangers? Like, is it actually helping these guys other than getting noticed at conventions and having them do signings and stuff, which is cool. They can still make a living doing that. But maybe if they're taking it in this new direction, they can actually help make or build stars that can actually continue to work in Hollywood or whatever they choose to do. But yeah, this is another sad thing. Like, it's just over now. That fucking sucks. It's over. Can't believe it.
Yeah. Also, just wanted to note as well, there's also a actor on Snowfall who plays a corrupt cop. He's a big role. He was the Red Power Ranger back in the day. Anyway, but I see your point though. They're not like associated with Power Rangers. But what was I going to say? Yeah. So first of all, I had no idea that they were still doing. So basically, are you saying that all the new Power Ranger stuff, like all the action scenes, are still from the Sentai?
Yeah, the overwhelming majority of them, yeah, like they barely have to film any new content.
Wow, I thought that was only for like Mighty Morphin. I know that was true still to this day. That's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And nigga act like you all sad. Nigga, you watched the last 12 Power Ranger seasons talking about, oh no,
I haven't.
Do it in.
I haven't. I really haven't. But I mean, it still sucks. I watched the first 20, so
okay.
Damn, okay. I put in work. Let me see: Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Turbo, In Space, Lost Galaxy, Lightspeed Rescue. I'm not Lightspeed Rescue, and then it gets fuzzy. I think it's Time Force. Time Fury. Force, SPD, Wild Force, Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, Mystic Force. I'm missing a few. Sorry. Go ahead, Money.
That was just a total showcase. Such a fucking.
It's Morphin time. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I am.
Nigga said. I mean, I think I know them in order.
I think. Anyway. I think. I'm probably wrong.
But I am happy that it is going in a more mature direction because I feel like that's appropriate for people. Like you said, we grew up on Power Rangers, so now we're approaching 30 or in our 30s. Like, make it more mature. That makes sense. Like, these kids don't deserve the greatness of Power Rangers anyway. So, yeah.
Okay.
Last segment of the pod, I just want to give you some different heats of things that are coming out next year, and I want your opinions on some of these shows or movies or just properties and your excitement level. So give me an A, I'm really excited. B, I'm excited, and C, not really. Average excited, or just D, I don't give a fuck. And of course, F is the bottom of the barrel. So the first category that we have here, Julian, is sequels and spinoffs that are revealed to be in the works in next year. So this is only sequels and spinoffs. Shrek 5.
I don't care about this. I'm sorry, and I don't. This doesn't get an F or whatever D is, whatever.
Oh my god,
I'm not gonna watch this. I don't care about this.
I need Shrek 5 in my veins. Creed 4.
Am I going to boycott this to support Jonathan Majors? No, I'm not. I see, I guess. Yeah, see. I'm kind of
Tron Ares.
Really.
I don't Have you watched any of the Tron films?
No, really? I haven't.
Oh, I love Tron. Okay. Zootopia 2.
B. The first one was actually really good, but it's been a while since I've seen it. So, yeah, Zootopia 2, I give it a B.
Toy Story 5.
A, of course. Is that coming out next year?
It says, yeah.
Wow. Jesus. Yeah. I mean, I'll be there opening night, bitch.
Bad Boys 4.
They already did Bad Boys 4.
No, that was Bad Boys for Life, and it was number 3, which is stupid. It was Bad Boys 3, but the title was Bad Boys for Life.
Oh. Okay. I actually really like that movie. So yeah, I guess I'm excited for this. Sure. B.
Dodgeball 2.
Is that coming out this year too? Damn. Okay. B again. Yeah.
Extraction 3.
B. Sorry.
Fast X Part 2.
A. Give it. I need it. I fucking need it. I can't wait. I need it.
Nigga, when fucking Gal Gadot came out of that submarine, I just lost. Any ounce of respect I had left for that series just went out the window.
Good stuff.
Freaky Friday 2.
B. I think it's actually C. I think it's been a little too long. My opinion.
I agree. The Blackening 2.
B.
The Boys Mexico, but I want to be Homelander.
D. Don't give a fuck.
Now You See Me 3.
C. It depends on who they could bring back.
Detective Pikachu 2.
Damn, is that coming out? B.
This is all according to a report that I saw on Twitter. So
Okay, yeah, got it. None of these hoes coming out 2024.
right. Let me see. Okay, well, next category that we have, guys, is for superhero and villain projects coming next year.
Oh,
Superhero Echo.
get the fuck out of here. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I want to see it, but for selfish reasons only. So honestly,
Cox.
yeah, honestly, like I'm probably not gonna love it. Like I'm probably not, but as long as they give me what I want with Charlie Cox's Daredevil and Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin, then maybe I'll be able to enjoy it. So I'm going to say B, but we'll see.
Craven.
The trailer for this looked really bad, in my opinion. But I'm going to be there opening night, so am I excited though? That's the question. Am I excited? Like, what's my excitement level? C.
Okay, Joker 2, the
C.
musical.
C. Almost. It might be a D by the time the shit comes out.
Venom 3.
D. Don't give a motherfuck. Oh my god.
Have you started the Harley Quinn series on HBO? I saw you tweet that you might start it.
No, I didn't.
Okay, just here because there's a Kite Man series coming. Okay,
He's part of the Harley Quinn show.
Yeah, he's like a big. So he got his own spinoff from that. X-Men 97, which is the cartoon animated show.
B, I guess.
B. Wow, that's an A for me. I can't wait. I used to love fucking X-Men in the 90s.
Me too.
Deadpool 3.
It's an A, but it's only because of like Hugh Jackman. Like it's literally it's not like I'm not going to see Ryan Reynolds at all. So yeah, Hugh Jackman. A.
It's an A for me too, just because I want to see Daenerys, Pennywise, Alien.
You're going to be so disappointed. I can't wait till we get back in the reviews. Like they didn't have anybody. Like what the fuck? Who gives a fuck about Colossus?
Anyways, Invincible season 2, part 2.
Hey, I need it. I needs it.
Madam Web.
Get that shit out of here. D. Oh my god, that shit's gonna be so ass. You know, it'd be crazy if Madam Web is actually like respectably like decent. I would be shocked. Like I would be absolutely shocked.
If it's Morbius level, I'll be like, okay, that was a good one.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
The Suicide Squad anime.
I don't give a fuck about this. Isekai.
Creature Commandos. This is the first animated DCU.
Don't give a fuck about this either. It is canon.
It's
I'm
canon.
going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. But do I give a fuck? No.
Okay. And last category we have here, guys, is animated movies coming out next year. Garfield.
F. I'm not going to see this bullshit. I'm not going to waste my fucking time.
So apparently there's an animated Watchmen movie, which I'm super excited for. I had no idea that was coming, but yeah, I'm here for that. But I know you don't care about Watchmen. What are your thoughts on that, though?
You just said it. Don't care. Never seen it.
All righty. Kung Fu Panda 4.
B. I mean, I'm moderately excited to see it for sure. I got to watch part 3, which I've never seen.
Same. Transformers 1. This is the one with the stacked voice cast of all the actors that we know. It's going to basically be like animated though.
D.
We talked about this.
Transformers got to earn my fucking respect back after that bullshit they pulled earlier this year.
A Winnie the Pooh prequel.
Oh my god. F. Who gives a fuck?
B?
No, nigga, you don't.
I really do, actually. Actually, every Winnie the Pooh movie, I just think that's so crazy, but it's really, they've all been quality. Like,
oh my god.
I don't know if you ever saw Christopher Robin with Ewan McGregor a couple years ago. That was a great movie. I love Tigger's Big Move. Anyway, well, okay.
Niggas out here naming Winnie the Pooh movies? Get the fuck out of here. We used to be a proper country. Jesus.
We used to. There's a Lord of the Rings animated movie coming out.
No. You're a Lord of the Rings fan? What do you think, Bundy?
I know. I can't wait.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Oh, and last one, I guess, is the Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths for the 800th time.
D. Exactly. How many times are we going to fucking get this?
Yeah. But guys, I'm sorry, go ahead.
One last thing I want to talk about before you wrap up, Monty. Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
No.
No. We are going to fucking discuss So look,
Oh
I've
my
only seen the
god.
first 2 episodes. I have not seen episode 3 yet. Me and Avi are watching it together. So since she's not here, I have not seen it yet. But oh my god, we watched those first 2 episodes together. We were so excited. Both of us have read the books. And like when I tell you that this shit was like, I was dozing off. Like I was just like, this shit is low key ass. But again, if
No,
I say that,
you said
what?
mid. You try to. I saw your tweet. You said it was mid. You try to convince yourself it wasn't even ass. You said, "Oh, it's mid." I said mid is generous as fuck.
But why though? Why? Like why was it so boring? So like is it because we've seen this before so many times done better, shall I say? Or is it just because like our expectations were just through the roof and we thought we were just finna get something crazy? Like I don't like for
No,
those first 2 episodes which released together, what were your honest opinions on what you saw? And I'll give you something that Abby told me that I didn't expect her to say either. But I want to hear what you thought.
ass. And nobody has chemistry throughout the show. The
Okay.
dialogue is super stiff. Like they're maybe I didn't read the book, but maybe they're trying to get all the book quotations right. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the show is strange. A show full of mythology and magic feels magicless. Like it's, and keep in mind, I just watched Sorcerer's Stone like maybe like 2 weeks ago, and bro, just the first 10 minutes of that movie even when he's not even in Hogwarts, it just feels magical. There's just an essence vibe to it, and there's no vibe of that in this Percy Jackson show. Um, and also, one of the biggest things that maybe I'm just a slave to my own. Hold on, let me call it a prisoner of my own expectations.
You a what? You a what? You a, nigga, Money said he got the chains around his wrist, so he can't help it.
I can't help that slave mentality. But
Oh my god.
the show just reads as super kiddie, and I just maybe I didn't like I said I didn't read the books. My only exposure is the movies with Logan Lerman, who I love Logan Lerman way more as Percy so far. I don't care what nobody say. Um, I didn't think the show would read this kiddie. I thought it would be like obviously not like an adult show. It's on Disney Plus, it's a kid's book, but even the OG movie, it had a sense of like real danger and stuff like that. Like it just feels like this. I feel like if I was like 10 years old, I would really enjoy the show. But at 29, it's just like okay, yeah, like you said, I've seen it 1,000 times before. Nothing's new, nothing's original. That's my take so far. What's your take?
Okay. So Avi told me that she felt like the main three, Grover, I was going to call her Walker, Grover, Annabeth, and Percy, they have no real chemistry,
None.
and it's like super awkward when they're together. And in the first 2 episodes, they were barely together anyway. But um, one thing she said was when I was watching Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, it didn't feel like something that was dumbed down for me as a kid to understand. Like I felt like I was watching like an actual work of art, like a cinema. And this feels like, and I was like, hold on, who the fuck you think you're talking to? Like what? She was like, yeah, like this just feels like like I don't know, like it just feels dumbed down. Like it feels like they're making this for kids or something. And I was just
Wait,
like,
so
oh my gosh.
is Ivy agreeing with everything I'm saying? Is she
Right.
a reviewer in the making? Like, what's going
I
on
was just
here?
like, hold on now. I'm finna get you on the pod now. But yeah, man, I'm look, guys. I'm saying all this from a good place. I love Percy Jackson. I love this series. I do think that they got some things really good as far as the dialogue from the books that they were able to get in here. I thought the reveal of Poseidon is his father was dope as fuck with the full trident over his head. I thought that was dope. Um, but yeah, man, like the the negatives are outweighing the positives so far. Not look, it's very early on, and I am praying that I am wrong because I know what's to come. I know that there are so many good things to get into, and I know that the Lightning Thief as a whole is a great fucking story. So I'm hoping that Walker and everybody else, God damn it, Percy, Grover, and Annabeth, and everybody else can grow on me, and I can end up loving these guys and really seeing them as Percy, Grover, and Annabeth. But based on 2 episodes out of, I think we're getting 8, I am worried. I am worried. But hey, that's what happens when you like something. You never like anything. So, yay! That's my gift for being a fucking fan of something. So, yeah. Sorry, Monty.
Give me Logan Lerman, Brandon T.
No,
Jackson.
no,
Give
fuck
me
no,
Logan Lerman,
fuck
Brandon
no.
T. Jackson,
Hey y'all, I'm
Alexander.
Grover, y'all. I'm Grover, y'all.
Nigga, those three had chemistry, nigga.
No, they fucking didn't. I can't
Yes,
stand
they
Brandon T.
did.
Jackson's ass. When they cast this nigga, I think that was like one of the only times in my life where I was about to stand outside with a picket fence. I was like, no, the fuck, you're not casting Brandon T. fucking Jackson as fucking Grover, bitch. Like, how dare
Nigga,
you?
he just did roll bounce. I mean, come on.
No. He was one of the hottest niggas in Hollywood at the time, and that shit ruined his career. Rightfully so. Like, how dare his agents be like, hey, bro, we got something for you. We got it. Grover.
I'd argue Big Mama's House 2 or 3 would ruin his career when he put on that fucking dress, but okay, for sure. And
Yeah.
guys, coming soon, right after this pod on Monday release, we're gonna have my favorite pod of the year, the 2023 recap. Favorite movies, favorite shows, worst movies, worst shows. Look forward to it. Tune in. If you guys agree with us, let us know. If you don't, we don't really care. But yeah, thank you.
We don't. Thank you, Monty. You're the best.